This is Forstinning by XaresHolzWelten, which is 84.53 megabytes to download, and the description says, as the saying goes, all roads lead to Rome, but on this map all roads lead to the Sawmill. As you can already guess, this is a map where forestry is clearly in the foreground, but the farmer doesn't miss out either. Once the 24 forest areas for the fields and farm have been cleared, there are 3 points of sale for all standard game products. In addition, the 3 circular routes invite you to rallies, and you can find out more about the local flora and fauna on the forest nature trail on the nearby lake. And should you solve the riddle of Forstinning, Bavarian heaven is open to you, where a reward awaits you. Sounds interesting. So let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where you start off in all 3 modes. We are down at the shop area. Like so. This is the map. So as you can see, it's got the circles like it mentions. Map border not enterable. So I'm in new farmer mode. Like I say, we're here by the shop area. In new farmer mode, we get plot 28 and plot 5. Now all these areas are forestry areas, like it says, so there's all trees on there to be cut down. These areas are kind of sort of open grass areas, you will see, and I think these bits are little forestry areas as well. Obviously they all vary in price. The 2 plots that we start off with in new farmer mode are separate. 28 is 54,200 and 5 is 184,064. So 6 is 184. These ones are round about a similar sort of price, 179, 185. Then obviously they get bigger as we go on to the next circle. 475,000, 482, 428, sorry, 460. Then we've got these sort of corner pieces, 277, 236, 277 again, 280, like so. There is some smaller bits that you can buy, plots, 35 there for 36,000, 34 is the smallest, that's only 16,200. There's a plot there for 146, like so. The lighter green areas like there and this sort of rest of this inner circle you cannot buy, and over here as well you cannot buy, like so. And as it says, there is a few sale points but not a ton on there. Quite a few places to sell wood and wood chips, and then there's really only sort of 2 sell points that are going to take you other products sort of as you move on. There's no BGA on here, and we don't start off with a silo at our farm, but we'll go through everything else when we get up to the farm. That's about it for now. I'll go through everything as we get up there. So at the shop we've got a workshop trigger just there. The shop icon is there as well, and we've got a little bit of information here. So we've got a welcome notice, we've got a nice sort of outlay of the map with kind of like the color codes for the keys and the numbered plots. So for instance, if you take plot number 1, that's the vehicle dealer where we are, which is there, and then you've also got like plot 3 there. If we look over there, that says the sawmill, and that has got red and orange on there. So red is a sales station for wood chips, and the orange is sales station for wood. So it's pretty cool. And then we've got this, which is quite interesting. So I think the top bit is in German, and then we've got the English bit underneath. It says a video description of the map and the first hint for the quest you can find on my YouTube channel. So that's pretty cool. So you need to check out the Map Maker's YouTube channel. If I remember, I will put a link to it down in the description of the video. But let's crack on. It's quite a cool map. It's something different. Obviously a lot of forestry to be done. It's quite light and bright. I did notice, I don't know if you can see it, it's very sort of Got these swirly lines going around in the sky, which can be a little bit distracting if you look up, sort of. Just thought that was a little bit odd. Anyway, we do have a fuel station here. Haven't noticed any traffic on the map as of yet. And there's no people walking about, I haven't noticed. So that might put a few people off. So as you can see, these are kind of like the open areas. If I turn the mini map on, like so, we're on plot 29 here. Just over the back here, we got a sawmill. A pretty standard setup. There's your wood chip point. If we run over here, we've got our sell wood area, like so. Now, I did notice, if you want to buy this as a production chain, I think normally the sawmill is about 100,000 to buy. Look at this. 1 million. I mean, you are going to make pretty good money on here anyway. You probably make that just off of your plot and new farmer mode. So obviously if you use it as a production chain, you've got your pallet spawn there. There is quite a few ramps on this map. There's some smaller ones like this, and you'll see some more bigger ones as we go round, which are a little bit fun. Moving into here, this is our plot 28, which is basically our farm setup. Before we go running round, I will talk about slot counts and everything like that. So the slot count is the same across all three modes because you start off with exactly the same equipment. The only difference being in Farm Manager and Start from Scratch, you don't own those plots of land. So those 2 plots of land you don't start off with in those 2 modes. But the slot count is 718, and we start off with a large tractor, which is the JCB Fast Track A330. We've got the 2 Rotner forestry machines, which is pretty cool. So we've got the tree harvester, and we've got the sort of transporter for your logs. We've got a class wheel loader. We've got a Lizard 2017 pickup. Got a Flegel timber runner trailer, which obviously needs to either be pulled by a truck or a dolly. We don't have a truck, but we do have a dolly. We've got a log fork for your wheel loader, and there is your dolly. So you'll be able to pull that trailer with your fast track, which is pretty cool. Now, if you want to get the slot count down, if you sell off just that machinery and equipment I've showed you, you can get it down to 637. You can get it down as low as 617 if you sell off everything on this plot. So the workshop, the shed, the farmhouse. There's even a pressure washer. If you get rid of all that, you can get it down to 617. You can even demolish the fence all the way around, so this completely opens up this area. Getting rid of the fences doesn't affect the slot count, but it will sort of allow you to do a bit more what you want. So let's have a run around. As you can see, some of our equipment. We've got standard sort of base game workshop. There's our pressure washer. More of our equipment under the shed. There's our fast track already hooked up to the timber trailer. We've got our 2 Rotney machines, and then we've got our little farmhouse with our sleep trigger. So there you go, that is the farm. Now obviously you don't start off with this plot in Farm Manager and start from scratch, but the equipment will be here. Your reset point as well is back at the shop. In terms of mods, there is nothing modded in, it's all base game sort of set up. There is nothing different or extra in the painting section. We've got animal mud, asphalt, concrete, dirt, forest ground, grass, gravel and rock. That is it. There is no contracts on the map because obviously there's no fields, and there is 12 collectibles. If we go into here, bottom right, collectibles, 0 out of 12. So there you go, no contracts, no animals obviously. The sell points we'll see as we go round. So really you've only got 1 sell point at the minute for sort of your grains and crops, and then we've got a place to sell your sort of productions, etc. But if we go to wood, well, wood chips is quite a few, but if we go to wood, we've got quite a lot of areas. Nowhere to sell grass, hay, straw or silage, so you will need to place something down if you want to go down that route at some point in the game. Right, we are going to whiz around the map. Let's get out of that view. Shouldn't take us too long, but we will get round and see most of the bits. So first of all, I know I'm cutting across the plot, but it's the easiest bit. There is a train track on here, but I haven't seen a train or anything move. I think it's all purely decoration, because at this point here we do have another wood selling point. So this is wood selling wagon, it's actually called. I'll just show you on the map. Just here, wood selling wagon. Now what we're going to do is we're taking this as well. This is part of the forest trail, and we do have another exclamation down here, which is the rally track. So we're going to do this area, we'll go across there and we'll go all the way around, so you can see that sort of rally track bit, and then we'll end up here, which is another few sort of sell points, and there's also the animal dealer as well. So that is the plan. So if we go over here by this little lake, I'll leave the engine running. We've got a lot of information boards scattered around the trail. There's another one over there, and it's basically telling you a bit about the area. So this is a sort of write-up on otters. I haven't seen any. It'd be pretty cool if there was any though. And then that there, I put that into Google Translate. It translated to forest trail, so it's pretty... I'm guessing that probably could be the map maker. I don't know. So I won't show you all of this. I'll leave some of it for you to discover. But we've got, again, little boards up about animals. It's not just animals. There's things in here about trees and plants, like it says. So there we go. There's a bit about nettles there. Pretty cool. But we are going to go back into the pickup, wherever it's gone, and we will carry on the tour. So it's not completely all forestry. We've got a sort of residential area here, which we'll have a little drive through on our way out. So that's pretty cool. But like I say, it is not got any traffic. There's no people walking around, which is a little bit of a shame, because I think those two sort of things do bring a map to life. But then if you want to just come on here and be left alone and just crack on with it, this will be right up your street. So there's the train track on the left that runs all the way along here where we're heading. But I think it is purely for decoration. And then we've got the sort of inner tracks crossing through this main one. So if we go into this area, we do have a raised up area if you want to drive up there. Whether you can sell up there, I'm not sure. But what is pretty cool, if I stop the pickup about here, turn it off because we'll run along the train. This here is a wood chip selling wagon, and if you're not sure, it will tell you on the floor. So wood chip sell area, looks a little bit blurry, and then you can see the next sell point starts here. We've got another point here. This is the wood selling wagon again, wood sell area. So that's where you can sell your wood, so you can load it up into there like so. Got a little ramp there. And then that sell point ends there, and this is another sell point. So this is going to be your goods sell area, which actually on the map says wagging selling goods. So this is where you'll be able to sell sort of pallets of productions and things like that, eggs, etc. And as you can see, we've got some more ramps here, which does lead us on to that outer ring, which I will show you. So we are now over here, so it leads us onto this outer ring, and we're going to head around and down this way. I think what we'll do is we will go across that way in style so you can see. So if we head on up this way, as you can see, loads of forestry scattered around. Make an absolute fortune on this map. Somewhere about there, I think we will floor it and do a bit of Dukes of Hazzard style. Hopefully we can get up to about 74, 75 and hit that ramp pretty sweet. Yee-haw! And then crash into the other one. Awesome. Now, if you had something a little bit faster than that, you probably would make it over that next ramp. But that is enough fun and games. Let's head on around. As you'll see along here as well, there is plenty more ramps. I'm not going to jump all of them. I probably will do the next one. This one, if I can hit it straight. That was pretty sweet, that one. There we go. I did have a whiz round earlier and look at this, and I hit one a little bit wrong and ended up on the roof, and I couldn't flip it over, so I had to reset the pickup again. So you could obviously come on here with friends and have a little bit of a play and be silly and mess around. But if you want to go down the serious route, there's plenty to do. So this is our start point for your rally. There's also that way, so you can go whichever way round you want. But I am intrigued about what that sign said back up the shop. I haven't checked out the map maker's YouTube channel, so I don't quite know what that is. And then, like I say, that's the tracks that lead across all the sort of map as well. You can just see on the mini map. But we'll head back up this way and we will get to the remaining sort of sale points. Now, this ramp we're just about to jump here is absolutely huge. It does have a number 1 at the top. You can just about see it, hopefully. Whoa, are we going to make that? We are, and we have just arrived. There we are. Awesome. Right, we are now at the wood selling dock, which is just here. Again, wood sale area. So you pull up into this zone. You can see the hazard markers there, hatched areas. So pull up there, you can sell your wood. And then we also have the wood selling ship. Be careful how I say that. So you'd probably pull up to there, dump it into there. Look, it's quite as full length of this barge or boat. And then you can sell your wood again from there. So pretty cool. There's another huge ramp there. And there's another random sort of sign there with just a truck on there. But next up we have the animal dealer. Now, even though the icon is there, I wasn't getting anything there, so you need to be in the sort of zone, the area here, which would make sense because you'd pull up with a trailer. And as you can see, we don't have any barns or pastures on the map as of yet. That is down to you to clear the areas and put some down. Just round the back here, this is our grain sort of sale point. Just there, turn the pick up off. As you can see, grain sale area. And that is it. That is going to be sort of your main sale point for your crops, etc. That is granary shipping port. Some of the sale points are slightly different wordings to what they are on the map, like granary selling docks. It actually comes up on the map as granary shipping port. Yeah, so that's it. So we whizzed round this area, straight across there, checked that out, went all the way around this way, and then up here, and we finished up here, and that is it. I won't bother going up round the top, that's probably all just forestry. I didn't actually have a look myself. But there's the map. That is Forstinning by XaresHolzWelten. Hope you have all enjoyed the map tour. If you have, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.